I've been a detective for 21 years. I've trusted forensics, I've trusted evidence, I've trusted reports written by people who know more than I do. But I've never trusted a piece of paper more than I trusted my own eyes. Until I did, and it almost cost a man his life. Her name was Bella, a bloodhound, 6 years old, trained in cadaver detection and evidence recovery. And she showed me that sometimes the most dangerous lie is the one written in official ink. It started in late September. A man named Victor Hayes disappeared from his home in Asheville, North Carolina. He was 43, contractor, divorced, no kids, lived alone in a small house on the edge of town. His ex-wife, Linda, reported him missing after he didn't show up to sign some paperwork. She said it wasn't like him. He was reliable, punctual. We went to his house. The door was unlocked, lights were on, coffee cups still on the table, half full. No signs of struggle, no blood, no forced entry. His truck was in the driveway, wallet on the kitchen counter, phone plugged in by the bed. Everything was there, except Victor. We called in forensics. They swept the house, took samples, dusted for prints. 3 days later, the report came back. No evidence of foul play, no biological material of concern, scene consistent with voluntary departure. I read that report 5 times. I didn't believe it, but I had nothing to argue with. The forensics team was experienced, professional. They'd been doing this for years. So I signed off. Case classified as a missing person, voluntary disappearance. I went home that night and couldn't eat. Something felt wrong, but I ignored it. 2 weeks later, Linda called me. "He wouldn't just leave," she said. "I know him. Something happened." "We searched the house," I told her. "Forensics found nothing." "Then search again." I wanted to, but I couldn't justify it. The report was clear. The department had moved on. So I told her I'd keep the case open, that I'd follow up if anything new came in. But I didn't believe anything would. I was wrong. If you are still listening, thank you, and please subscribe, because what happened next proved that the truth doesn't care what a report says. 6 weeks after Victor disappeared, I got a call from Officer Natalie Cross. She was part of the canine unit. We'd worked together on a few cases. "Detective," she said, "I heard about the Victor Hayes case." "Yeah? What about it?" "I want to bring Bella to the house." Bella was her bloodhound, one of the best cadaver dogs in the state. "Forensics already cleared it," I said. "I know, but Bella's good, really good, and if there's anything there, she'll find it." I hesitated. The house had been released. The case was cold. Bringing a dog in now would look like I didn't trust the forensics team. But I didn't care anymore. "Okay," I said. "Let's do it together." We met at Victor's house 3 days later. The place was empty, quiet. The air smelled stale. Natalie walked Bella through the front door. Bella moved slowly, methodical, nose to the ground. She checked the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom. Nothing. Then she moved to the hallway and stopped. She stood in front of a linen closet door, stared at it. "What is it, girl?" Natalie asked. Bella didn't move. Natalie opened the door. It was a linen closet, towels, sheets, cleaning supplies. Bella stepped inside, sniffed the floor. Then she sat. That's the signal. She'd found something. "What's she reacting to?" I asked. Natalie knelt down, looked at the floor. "I don't know. There's nothing here." I pulled out my phone, opened the forensics report. Linen closet, clear, no biological material detected. I looked at Bella. She was still sitting, staring at the floor. "The report says there's nothing," I said. Natalie looked at me. "The dog says there is." So I called forensics back. The lead tech, Dr. Raymond Holt, answered on the 3rd ring. "Detective," he said. His tone was cold. "What can I do for you?" "I need to reprocess the Victor Hayes house." Silence. Then, "Excuse me?" "The house. I need it reprocessed. We already cleared that scene, thoroughly. There's nothing there. A dog cadaver says otherwise." He laughed, sharp, dismissive. "A dog." "Yes, a trained bloodhound. She alerted in the linen closet. We checked that closet. We checked every inch of that house. There is no biological material, no evidence, nothing. Then why did the dog sit? Because dogs make mistakes, detective. They're animals. They react to old scents, cleaning products. Hell, maybe she smelled a dead mouse. My jaw tightened. Not Bella. She doesn't make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, detective, including you. I felt the heat rise in my chest. What's that supposed to mean? It means you're second-guessing a professional forensics team because a dog sat down. Do you have any idea how that sounds? I know how it sounds, but I also know that dog has never been wrong. Well, my team has never been wrong either, and I'm not sending them back to a cleared scene because you've got a hunch and a pet. She's not a pet, she's a trained canine. And my team is trained forensics with degrees and certifications and years of experience. Then they missed something. The line went silent. When Holt spoke again, his voice was ice. Are you accusing my team of incompetence? I hesitated, but only for a second. I'm saying the dog found something you didn't. You're out of line, detective. Then prove me wrong. Send someone back. No. No? No. I'm not wasting department resources because you don't trust the process. If you have a problem with my team's work, take it up with the captain. And he hung up. I sat there staring at my phone, hands shaking. I knew what I had to do, and I knew it could end my career. I walked into Captain Morales' office 20 minutes later. She looked up from her desk, saw my face. This is about Victor Hayes, isn't it? Yes, ma'am. She sighed, leaned back in her chair. Holt already called me, said you're questioning his team's competence. I'm questioning their report. Based on what? A dog? Based on Bella. She's one of the best cadaver dogs in the state. She alerted in that house, in a linen closet that forensics said was clear. Forensics has been doing this for 20 years, and Bella has never been wrong. Morales stared at me for a long moment. Do you understand what you're asking me to do? You want me to override a forensics report, send a second team to a cleared scene because of a dog. Yes, ma'am. If that dog is wrong, you're done. Understood? Yes, ma'am. Get out of my office. I left, and I prayed I was right. 2 days later, a different forensics team arrived. They pulled up the floorboards in the linen closet. Underneath, they found a small crawl space, and inside that crawl space, they found Victor Hayes. He'd been dead for 7 weeks, blunt force trauma to the head, wrapped in plastic, hidden beneath the floor. The first forensics team had missed it. They'd checked the closet, but they hadn't checked under it. The report said, nothing here, but Bella knew better. We reopened the investigation immediately. Victor's ex-wife, Linda, was brought in for questioning. She denied everything at first, said she had no idea, said she was just worried about him. But we pulled her phone records. She'd been in contact with a man named Kyle Brennan, a handyman, did work on houses. He knew how to build things, and he knew how to hide them. We brought Kyle in. He cracked in 4 hours. He and Linda had been planning to get back together, but Victor was in the way. He still owned half the house they'd bought during the marriage. He wouldn't sell. So, Kyle decided to remove the problem. He went to Victor's house one night. They argued. Kyle hit him once, hard enough to kill him. Linda helped him hide the body. They'd built a false floor in the linen closet, sealed it, cleaned everything. And they almost got away with it. Because the first forensics team didn't look hard enough. They trusted their equipment, their protocol, their experience, but they didn't trust the possibility that they might be wrong. Kyle Brennan was arrested on November 14th. Linda Hayes was arrested the same day. Both were charged with first-degree murder, and Bella was given a steak dinner and a medal. I think about this case more than I should, not because it was complicated, but because it was preventable. Victor Hayes died in his own home, and for 7 weeks he was buried under the floor while we walked over him. The report said nothing here, and I believed it. I trusted the paper more than I trusted my instincts, more than I trusted the people who were telling me something was wrong. Bella didn't solve the case. She corrected the mistake. She showed me that no report is perfect, no system is flawless, and sometimes the truth is hidden in the place you've already checked. You just have to be willing to look again. I failed Victor Hayes the first time, but because of Bella, his family got answers, and Kyle Brennan didn't get away with murder. I carry that lesson with me every day. Trust the process, but never stop questioning it. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. I want to ask you something. Have you ever ignored your gut because someone told you that you were wrong? Leave a comment. I read every one. And if you want more stories like this, real investigations, real mistakes, real corrections, subscribe, because the truth doesn't always come easy, but it always comes.